wake up tired. The day hasn't even started and you're already exhausted. Not physically, but something deeper, like a weight in your chest or fog behind your eyes. You scroll through your phone, try to shake it off, maybe even tell yourself you're just stressed. But deep down, you know something isn't right. It's not just a bad week, it's a pattern. Subtle, constant, and draining. You've normalized it because no one talks about it. But what if I told you this is the first sign your vibration is dangerously low and your body and mind are just trying to adapt? Your energy isn't just a spiritual concept. It's measurable in your actions, your thoughts, your decisions. When you're vibrating low, everything feels heavier. Opportunities slip through your fingers. You replay conversations that didn't matter. Small setbacks become major obstacles. It's like swimming against a current you can't see. And the worst part, you start to believe this is just life. You stop questioning it, you stop fighting it, you settle, not because you're weak, but because you've forgotten how it feels to operate at a higher frequency. But here's the truth. No one tells you. Your vibration sets the tone for everything. Relationships, money, confidence, creativity, even how people treat you. Low vibration isn't just a spiritual issue, it's a life issue. And it starts quietly, with little compromises, with tolerating what drains you, with hiding parts of yourself to avoid judgment, until one day you can't remember the last time you felt fully alive. This isn't about becoming some hyper-spiritual version of yourself. It's about reclaiming your baseline, the natural energy you were born with before the world conditioned it out of you. That energy is still inside you, but it needs to be uncovered, cleaned, and reactivated. You don't need a retreat in the mountains. You don't need hours of meditation. You need awareness and one decision: that you're done living below your potential, because once you see how low you've been vibrating, you'll never want to stay there again. You've probably tried it before. Closed your eyes, repeated mantras, visualized light filling your body. For a while it felt good, maybe even powerful, but then nothing changed. Days passed. The old emotions returned, the anxiety, the doubt, the exhaustion. It's a frustrating cycle, doing everything right on the surface, yet staying stuck in the same place. And here's why. Meditation and affirmations don't work if they're not aligned with your deeper, energetic coding. You can't paint over a broken wall and expect it to stand strong. Most people approach vibration like it's a surface-level problem. They think repeating positive phrases or quieting the mind for 10 minutes will somehow override decades of stored emotional residue. But the subconscious doesn't respond to repetition. It responds to alignment. If your body still holds fear, guilt, or shame, no amount of affirmations will cancel it out. You're not just battling thoughts, you're confronting patterns embedded into your energetic field over years of unconscious living. Think of it like trying to install new software on a device full of viruses. You can write the perfect code, but it won't run properly until you clear out the underlying corruption. The same goes for your vibration. Before you can elevate, you must identify the emotional programs running in the background, programs you didn't even choose. They were absorbed from childhood, from trauma, from collective conditioning. And most of them operate silently, dragging your frequency down without a sound. True elevation doesn't start with positive thinking. It starts with energetic truth, with getting brutally honest about what you've been carrying, what you've accepted, what you've silenced. Until that's brought into awareness, you're just putting glitter on a locked box. It might look pretty, but the contents stay unchanged. And if you felt like nothing really sticks, if every spiritual high crashes into a familiar low, it's because the foundation was never rebuilt, only decorated. This is the turning point, when you stop seeking more rituals and start understanding your actual frequency. The hidden one. The one dictating your results, your relationships, your self-worth. Once you learn how to shift that, deeply and permanently, everything else becomes effortless. Your vibration doesn't begin in your thoughts. It doesn't come from how you feel this morning or what you post on social media. It's not even about being positive or negative. Your real frequency was shaped long before you even had words to define it. It was formed in silent moments, in how you were held or not held, in the way people looked at you, in the emotions you weren't allowed to express. Every one of those moments left a mark, not in your memory, but in your energetic structure. That's where your true frequency is anchored. Most people live their lives reacting to the surface, trying to fix what they feel without understanding where it comes from. But your frequency is like a transmission tower buried deep beneath the ground. The signal it sends out is constant, invisible, and powerful. And that signal attracts what matches it. Not what you want, not what you say, what you are. So if you've been repeating patterns, running into the same type of people, hitting the same emotional walls, it's not coincidence, it's resonance. Your frequency is matching your reality perfectly. This isn't about blame, it's about awareness, because once you locate the source of your vibration, you can change it. You're not stuck with the energy you were given, but you are responsible for it now. And the place to start isn't with trying to be more high vibe. It's with investigating what your current vibration is made of, what fear is still lodged in your system, what belief is still whispering that you're not enough, what memory still flickers in your subconscious, telling you that life has to be hard. Changing your vibration isn't about climbing, it's about clearing. When you remove the layers of false identity, what's left is your true self, and that self vibrates high by default. It doesn't need to be taught, it needs to be uncovered, because your essence was never broken. It was just buried under years of energetic noise. And once you tune into that buried signal, everything around you starts to shift to match it, not through force, through frequency. This is where the shift begins, not with grand gestures or spiritual performance, but with small, intentional, internal recalibrations. Elevating your vibration permanently isn't about feeling euphoric once in a while. It's about creating a new baseline, one your system recognizes, returns to, and eventually locks into. This happens when your thoughts, emotions, body, and energy all move in the same direction. That alignment forms the energetic code your life starts responding to. But to activate it, you need a new way of being, not just new habits. Start with the breath, not casual breathing, but conscious, intentional breath work that shifts your nervous system and signals safety to your body. When your body feels safe, your energy expands. Next, rewire your emotional responses. Notice the old reactions, the tension, the frustration, the shutdown, and don't fight them. Witness them. That awareness interrupts the automatic loop and creates space for a new choice. Your vibration isn't just a result of what happens to you, it's a reflection of how you respond. Now, bring in frequency anchoring. Choose one elevated state, peace, power, joy, and connect it with a physical action. Maybe it's placing your hand on your chest. Maybe it's standing tall and repeating a short phrase like, "I hold the signal." You're teaching your body to recognize that frequency as familiar, and repetition makes it real. This is how you program your energy field, not with ideas, but with experience. The more often you live that signal, the more stable it becomes. Then comes environment. Surround yourself with energy that supports the frequency you're choosing. This doesn't always mean cutting people off. It means creating boundaries that protect your signal. Clean your space. Choose your input. Curate your energy diet with the same care you give your body, because every sound, word, and interaction either lifts your frequency or drains it. You're not just living in energy, you're constantly shaping it. And once you consistently live in a higher state, your reality begins to mirror it back, not through magic, but through coherence. Vibration becomes identity. Identity becomes life. You've probably seen it. Someone has a breakthrough, they go on a retreat, have a powerful meditation, or feel an intense surge of clarity. For a few days they glow, everything flows, synchronicities appear. They swear they've changed forever, but then it fades. The old patterns creep back in. Anxiety returns, self-doubt reappears. They crash harder than before, wondering what went wrong. This is the spiritual peak trap. It's not because the experience was fake. It's because there was no structure to hold it, no foundation, just a temporary high without energetic stability. Elevation isn't a one-time event. It's not about having a peak experience. It's about sustaining a new frequency long enough for it to become your baseline. That takes integration. Most people chase the feeling of being elevated without doing the work of becoming someone who lives elevated. They mistake emotional intensity for transformation. But real transformation doesn't always feel dramatic. Often it feels steady, quiet, and deeply stable. It's what you do after the peak that decides your true vibration. Your nervous system plays a crucial role. If your body is wired for survival, constantly anticipating stress, it won't allow you to maintain high frequency for long. It will sabotage peace because peace feels unfamiliar. It will recreate chaos because chaos feels safe. That's why you must teach your body that calm is not a threat, that joy is not dangerous. You do that by practicing stillness when things are good, not just when you're overwhelmed, by holding joy longer each time, by choosing peace even when you're tempted to create drama. The trap isn't the elevation, it's the expectation that you'll stay there without changing your inner structure. No plant stays upright without roots. No frequency lasts without anchoring. If you don't build the habits, the rituals, the energetic muscle to hold the new level, you'll snap back, not because you failed, but because gravity always pulls you back to your foundation. So raise your foundation. Make the elevated state your new normal. That's how you stop crashing. That's how you stop starting over. That's how you lock it in. Raising your vibration is powerful, but unless it's locked into your system, it fades like a dream you can't fully remember. That's why you need more than intention. You need anchoring, a ritual practiced daily that connects your mind, body, and energy field in a single coherent signal. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. A few minutes done with full presence has more power than hours of disconnected spiritual activity. The goal is simple. Make your elevated frequency so familiar that your system accepts it as home. Begin each morning by activating the signal. Before touching your phone or speaking to anyone, take one deep breath into your belly. Hold it. Exhale slowly. Do it again. Feel your body as you breathe. Now, bring your awareness to the frequency you're choosing today. Is it calm, strength, clarity? Don't just think about it, feel it. Then, speak it. A short phrase that embodies it. I move through life in peace. I hold power without fear. I am anchored in clarity. Speak it out loud. Your voice vibrates through your body, reinforcing the signal. Next comes embodiment. Choose one physical action that reflects the frequency. If you're anchoring confidence, stand tall. Shoulders back. If you're anchoring peace, move slowly, deliberately. Drink your water mindfully. Touch your heart. These micro actions send a message to your subconscious. This is who I am now. Over time, your body stops reacting to the old signal and starts responding to the new one automatically. That's when your baseline begins to shift. Not because you forced it, but because you lived it. Finally, close your day with reflection. Before sleep, scan your body and ask, did I hold my signal today? Not perfectly, but honestly. Where did I slip? Where did I rise? This isn't about shame, it's calibration. The more aware you are of your frequency patterns, the faster you realign. You're not chasing a feeling, you're becoming a frequency. And with each day you anchor it, your system reprograms. Your identity shifts, and eventually that elevated state becomes your natural resting point, not a peak, but a platform, one you stand on every day. There comes a point when something inside you quietly shifts. No fireworks, no dramatic moment, just a silent certainty you've crossed a line and you're not going back. You wake up and realize the heaviness that used to greet you isn't there anymore. The fear that used to whisper in your thoughts has gone quiet. You respond differently, move slower, breathe deeper, and you notice your reactions have changed. The triggers that once pulled you under now dissolve before they reach you. That's the invisible line. The moment your vibration becomes self-sustaining, it doesn't mean life stops testing you. Challenges still show up, but your energy doesn't collapse. Your old self used to flinch, spiral, overthink. Now you observe, adjust, and remain grounded. That's how you know you've locked in the new frequency. It holds under pressure, it stands through chaos, and it doesn't need external validation to stay alive. You've trained your system to recognize it as the new default. And more than that, you've become it, not temporarily but permanently. Crossing that line isn't about force, it's about repetition, alignment, and ownership. You showed up daily. You made space for discomfort without judging it. You replaced reaction with awareness. You lived your chosen signal even when no one was watching. And somewhere along that path, your energy recalibrated. What once took effort now flows naturally. The emotional gravity that pulled you down before can't touch you here. You're operating from a higher platform, and that frequency magnetizes a new reality to match it. This is where life starts to reflect your inner world with precision. People treat you differently. Opportunities open, your body heals. Not by accident, but by resonance. You're not chasing anything. You're attracting everything that matches who you've become. And this state isn't fleeting because it wasn't built on a peak. It was built brick by brick, breath by breath, choice by choice. You crossed the threshold by becoming someone new, someone stable, clear, aligned. And now that you've crossed it, you realize something profound. You were never meant to live in the noise, the doubt, the exhaustion. That was never home. This stillness, this power, this peace is your real frequency, and you're not going back. If this content made sense to you, don't stop here. Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future content. Now watch this next video where I'll show you another essential step to transform your reality. I'll see you there.